Good morning, students. Welcome back after the break. And I know many of you may be new to this online classes now because many of you have joined the schools after the vacation. So, my name is Monica and I'm here to teach you mathematics. In mathematics, let's just know what is our midterm syllabus now. So, it would be chapter number 2, that is linear equation in one variable. This chapter has been taken from our pre-midterm. Chapter number 3, various types of quadrilateral. Chapter number 4, practical geometry. Chapter number 5, data handling. Chapter number 6, squares and square root. Chapter number 7, cubes and cube roots. Now we will revise chapter number 2, linear equation in one variable, and chapter number 3, various types of quadrilateral, and then we will continue our chapter squares and square root, which was we were doing before the vacations. Students, now we will revise our chapter number 2, that is linear equation in one variable. In this, the first term comes algebraic expression. In class 6th and 7th, you might have been aware of what is algebraic expression. So any expression which is containing certain terms which are variables and which are constants. Let's say 2x plus 4. This x is variable, this is constant, and this 2 is also constant. So it is a set of variables and constants. So these type of expressions are known as algebraic expression. Now what is an equation? Algebraic equation. Algebraic equation, when we put equal to sign in an expression, then it becomes an equation. For example, I say 5y plus 2 is equals to 10. So now this is an algebraic equation. Now this is an algebraic equation. If I say 2x square plus 4 is equals to 8. So again this is an algebraic equation. Here the power is 2, here the power is 1. Here the power of, so if we are talking only about the algebraic equation, it could be quadratic equation also, which is having power 2 of the variable. It could be linear equation, or it can be cubic, or any polynomial. It could be of any degree. Now what is linear equation? Linear equation means in which power of variable, maximum power of variable is equal to 1. I hope this would be clear now. Maximum power of variable is equal to 1. That is, for example, if I say 3x plus 2 is equal to 7. That is, what is the power of x here? 1. So this is an linear equation. And try to understand the terms. Linear equation in one variable means the linear is referring to the power of variable, and one variable means in this whole term there is only one variable, that is x. Similarly, if I say 5x plus 1 is equals to 4x. Again, you cannot say this x is different, this x is different. Variable is same. This equation is still linear equation in one variable. Although we can solve it like 5x minus 4x is equals to minus 1. From here x will come out to be minus 1. Now this is the x equals to minus 1 is the solution of this equation. X equals to minus 1 is the solution of this equation. If I ask you x plus 4y is equals to 5, this is a linear equation in one variable or not? Then answer is no. This is not a linear equation in one variable, because power of the variable is 1, that is true, but there are two variables. One is x and another one is y. So this is not linear equation in two variable. Sorry, this is a linear equation in two variable, whereas this is not a linear equation in one variable. If I ask you x square plus 1 equals to 10, this is a linear equation, then answer should be no. Why? Because here power is 2, not 1. For linear equation, power should be 1. It should not be 2. This is a quadratic equation in one variable. Quadratic equation in one variable. Students, moving further, now we will learn about some rules to solve an equation. So the very first rule says we can add the same number on both the side. We can add the same number on both side. Both side means one is LHS and one is RHS. For example, if I'm saying x plus 3 is equals to 10. So now I can add an same number. If I'm adding this side 2, so I have to add this side also 2, then only this equation will remain same, or this equation would be verified. Then second is we can subtract. If we want to subtract any number from one side, then we have to subtract it on both the side. We have to do it on both sides. For example, if we are having 5x plus 1 is equals to 6. I want to remove this 1. So what I'll do, I have to subtract 1 from this. So minus 1 if I'm doing this side, so I have to do minus 1 this side also. Then only this equation would remain an equation. Then the third is, if I want to multiply any number, so I have to multiply by same number on both sides. I have to multiply by same number on both sides, and that number should be non-zero, and that number would be non-zero. That is, that particular number would not be equal to 0. Why? Because if I am having any number, suppose x plus 1 is equals to 3. Now I want to multiply this 3 by 2. So what I'll do, x plus 1, I will multiply this side also 2, and I will multiply this side also 2. So I'm multiplying by 2 on one side. That's why I have to multiply by 2 on the other side also. Now why this number should not be equal to 0? If this number is equal to 0, so x multiplied by 0, 3 multiplied by 0, this means nothing. It will make whole equation 0 is equals to 0. See, we do not want this situation. We do not want this situation. That's why the number should be non-zero. Now the fourth is, if you want to divide by same number. Divide by same number. For example, if I'm having 4x is equals to 10. I want to divide this term by 4. So I have to divide this also by 4, and I have to divide this side also 4. Then it will come out to be x is equals to 10 by 4. We can simplify it. 2 2s are 2, 5s are. So it will come out to be 5 by 2. X is equals to 5 by 2. Again, this number should be non-zero. Why it should be non-zero? If we will divide by 0, so this will become undefined number. This will become undefined number. Any number divided by 0 is an undefined number. So I hope this much is clear to all of you. This is a quick revision that we are doing, but I hope I'll cover all the important points. And those who are joining new to us, kindly I'm explaining you this topic. Kindly go through the books. You all might have having the books now. Go through them. Now let's learn methods to solve an equation. If we are having an equation, obviously we have to solve it. So what would be the method? The first method would be transposition. Transposition definition in all you can refer to my previous videos I have which we have made before the vacations. So definitions are given there. I'll explain you the concept. Transposition means, as the name says, trans, that is transfer of position. If I'm having 2x plus 4 is equals to 10x plus 3. So what I want to move all variables on one side and all constant on the other side. So I'll exchange the positions now. I'll transfer the positions. It's always suggested that you collect all the variables on your left hand side and all the constant on your right hand side. So now what I will do, I'll take this 4 on my right hand side. This is our RHS. This is our LHS, and I'll bring this 10x to my left hand side. So this is the simple method which is known as transposition. We can further solve it. 2x minus 10x is equals to 3 minus 4. That is, from here we will get minus 8x. From here we will get minus 1. Minus minus would cancel out. X equals to 1 upon 8. So this 1 upon 8 is the solution of this given equation. These solutions are also known as root of the equation. This is solution of the equation, or you can say root of the equation. Second method is cross multiplication, which we were using. Generally we were using. So it is cross multiplication. For example, if I'm having 5x plus 2 divided by 4 is equals to x plus 1 divided by 2. So now here we will cross multiply the denominators to the another numerator. So what I'll do, this 2 should be multiplied by 5x plus 2, and this 4 would be multiplied by 4x plus 1. This 2 is multiplied by 5x plus 2, and this 4 is multiplied by x plus 1. So here it is, it will become, now we can solve this equation. 2 into 5, 10x plus 4, 4x plus 4. So this is 10x. Now we'll apply here transposition. So 10x minus 4x, variables I'm collecting on one side, and plus 4 minus 4, this will become 0. 10x 6x is equals to 0. X will come out to be 0 divided by anything would become 0. So x is equals to 0. I hope till here we all are clear, and tomorrow we'll continue it.